everyone? Am I audible to all of you? Please respond. Can you all hear me? Yes. Okay. So let's start the today's session. Okay. So in the first set, there are only three questions. So how much time do you need for solving these three questions? Please tell me. So there are only three questions. Solve question number 1, 2, 3. I think 8 minutes is sufficient. Yes. So I'm going to give you 8 minutes. So right now the time is 9:01. So 9:01 to 9:09. All right. So you all can start right now. Please start. And after 8 minutes, I'll open the poll and you can start marking the answers. So please start. I've given you the rights. Please check whether you all have got the rights to navigate through the slides. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. So please start. Am I audible to all of you now? Yes. Okay. ठीक है, I think there was certain issue. मैं अपने chat off नहीं होती. Now let's see. Okay, whether you all have gone through this passage clearly, सबने ये पढ़ लिया है. Can I move to the questions, or do you want me to repeat whatever I have said? Okay, so you all have gone through this. Repeat करो. इसमें क्या repeat करना है पूजा? आपने पढ़ा नहीं इस पूरे पैसेज को? Should I read it again? Please tell me all of you. Or can I move to the question? No. Okay, so let's move to the questions. There is nothing to explain here. It's a very straightforward. Now, coming to the first question here. Okay. Coming to the first question, let me see the result of the poll here. And the result of the poll says most of you, like 42% of you had marked answer as option number A. 4% you mark option B, 12, and then 12, and then 0. And 31% of you have not attempted this. Okay. Which of the following are the reasons for the Jet Airways not doing well? Jet Airways not doing well. Now, one of the main reasons is definitely rising ATF prices. Yes or no? It has been mentioned that rising ATF prices. So that is definitely one of the things. Okay? Rising ATF prices. If you look at here, now let me see where that has been mentioned in the question. Last 3 lines here. You can see ATF prices. Last 2 lines here. If there were no improvement, Airways could be looking at a combined annual loss of around ₹3 crore if there is no improvement in the operational efficiencies and ATF prices. So definitely one of the important factors is ATF prices. Against reduced passenger loads, okay, the passenger load has been decreasing year by year. So in any case, one should be included. Since one should be included, I can straight away reject the option, okay, that is option number B. It can't be the answer. And in almost all the options, 1, 2 is there. 2. So 2 को तो include करना है, and 2 is also given in the passage also. Yes or no? Reduced passenger load also given है. So 1 and 2 need to be included, but do I need to include the 3? Whether the service quality has been declined? Does anywhere it has been mentioned? No. So I cannot include 3. And staff traveling to Dubai. Does anywhere it has been given that Jet Airways was not doing well because the staff is traveling to Dubai? Again, nothing has been mentioned. So the correct answer for this question is, of course, option number A. No doubts in that. The correct answer for this question is option number A. Any doubts to anyone in the any other options? Please tell me. Yes, Muskan, what is the doubt? Please tell me. Which option? That raise the service bar. That raise the service bar, but यहाँ पे raise the service bar की क्या use है? Declining service quality, staff decline. But was that an issue? ठीक है. Try to read it. It says no improvement in operational efficiencies and ATF prices, but where it has been mentioned that the issue was because of the service bar. Against this backdrop, the airline has asked employees to raise the service bars and arrest falling passenger line. Service bars को raise करना, it doesn't mean that the service is of poor quality. Okay. So any other doubts to anyone in this question number 1? Can I move to the next question? Question number 2. Question number 2. Let me see the result of the poll. 54% of you have left this question. I think the correct answer for question number 2 is nothing but, let me mark the answer. The correct answer for this question number 2 is option number 4, 3,340 crores. Okay. Which only 12% of you have got it right. It's only 12% of you have got it right. Now let's discuss it. Now what does it say? The total loss for the entire airline industry was likely to be 10,000 crores. Okay. So total loss is nothing but that is 10,000 crores. Okay. Jet airline lost rupees 2,000, 3,000. So Jet there is a loss of nothing but that is 3,000. Air India lost rupees X crore and rest of airlines lost Y crore. What was the loss for the rest of airlines in 2008? Now, Air India, if you look at here in the passage, it has been mentioned that Air India, there is a loss of approximate, that is 10 crore a day. Just here, 10 crore a day. ठीक है ना? So there is a rupees 10 crore a day. Clear है? So can I move ahead? So if there is a 10 crore a day, so I can mark 10 crore a day. ठीक है. So 10 crore a day, that is for the Air India. ठीक है. So 10 crore a day. Now what do you mean by 10 crore a day? So 10 crore into how many days are there? 366. In the year 2008, there are, remember it is a leap year. So if it is a leap year, so you can say 10 crore into a day, and there are 366 days. So 10 crore into 366. That will become out to be 3,660 crores. Okay, that is the loss for the Air India in the year 2008 approximately. Okay. So if I add these two, so the loss for airlines. So for the rest of airlines, you can say rest of airlines, the total loss is nothing but that is equal to 10,000 minus 2,000 plus 3660. So that will be comes out to be 3,340. So that is that. So 3,000 है. Sorry, this is 3,000. For Jet Airlines, there is a 3,000. This type of situation. So is that clear to all of you? Can I move to the next question? This was easy. Okay. Question number 3. Most of you, 38% of you had marked option number B, and those 38% of you are right. The correct answer is, of course, the data is insufficient to reach to the any decision. Now it says, suppose fuel constitutes 30% of the revenue. Okay, fuel constitutes 30% of the revenue. Do you think airlines would be in a better situation by reducing the price? Okay. Now remember one thing. If by reducing the price, if I am reducing the price, does anywhere in the passage it has been mentioned what is going to be, how the fare is going to, okay, if I reduce the price, okay, whether there will be increase in the percentage, whether there will be increase in the passenger or not, nothing has been mentioned. कहीं पे mention है क्या how much increase, whether any concrete data regarding the percentage increase in the number of person has been given in the passage? No, nothing has been given here. Okay. We know that the operating cost, it has been increased by 30 to 40%. Okay, 30 to 40%. Okay. Now again, it is, we do not know which part of operating cost is going to be reduced by reducing this prices here. So the answer is nothing but data is insufficient. Clear hai? Can I move to the next question? Okay. Now there is a one single question, so all of you please go through this. I'll give you 2 minutes, and after 2 minutes I will start the code. So please, you have got 2 minutes to solve this question, and after that I will open the code. Okay, I'm opening the pool. You all can start marking your answer in the pool. Please mark your answers, all of you, quickly. Last 20 seconds. Okay. Now, let me share the result with all of you. 54% of you had said, ठीक है, option number 2. ठीक है, and that's the correct answer. Okay, that's the correct answer. Conduct another test to confirm the diagnosis. Now, just see. It is Dr. Puneet worried about the test results of his patient, Miss Benita. Miss Benita was an old rich widow with no dependents. The result indicates that Miss Benita has the potentially fatal LAM disease. LAM is rare and difficult to diagnose. People with LM often need oxygen and lung transport as the disease continues. According to test results, Miss Benita might have got it. It says Miss Benita might have got it. It's not necessarily. She might have got it because it's rare and difficult to diagnose. So she might have got it. So still, according to the test results, we are not sure. Okay, so in that case, before giving any advice to Miss Benita, it's advisable that we should conduct another test to confirm the diagnosis. So correct answer is of course. Is that clear to all of you? Any doubt? Pakka, can I move to the next question? Okay. Now, there is a set of 3 questions. Question number 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 4 questions. So let's do first of all these 4 questions. So for these 4 questions, I'm going to give you 8 minutes. Okay. So start solving question number 5, 6, 7, and 8. So you have got exactly 8 minutes. So right now the time is 9:32 to 9:40. Or I'll get 9:40 to 10 minutes later. There are 4 questions. So solve these 4 questions. And then we start with the discussion. Please start. Any doubt, Bhauk? Okay, please go ahead. Please mark your answers, all of you. Last 10 seconds, please mark your answers quickly, all of you. Okay, let's start with the. It says Bhola, an avid nature lover, wanted to be an entrepreneur. He dreamed of, okay, he wanted to be an entrepreneur. He dreamed of establishing a chain of huts. It's a chain of huts in Chattu region to cater to tourists who feel attracted by the beauty and the splendor of the Himalayas. However, he was appalled by the current degradation of the Himalayas. He remembered the early times when everything was so green, clean, and peaceful. Now, greenery was replaced by buildings. The peace was shattered by honking of vehicles, okay, and flocking of tourists, and cleanliness was replaced by heaps of plastic. Bhola had a strong sense of right and wrong. On speaking to few locals on the issue, he realized that the locals were aware of the issue. However, they pointed out the benefit of development, that is, Pakka House for benefit of development. Pakka House for locals had disposable incomes, and with that, ability to send their children to better school and college, better road connectivity, and access to the latest technology in agriculture. Most locals wanted the development to continue. Saddened by the lack of support from the locals, Bhola took up the issue with the government. He met the chief minister of the state to find out if the government could regulate the development activities to prevent environmental degradation. However, the chief minister told Bhola that such an action would slow down the economic progress. That also means loss of substantial tax revenues for the government. Bhola needed to resolve the dilemma. Bhola always wanted to be an entrepreneur who could contribute to the society and earn. He always wanted to be an entrepreneur who could contribute to the society and earn money as well. However, his business would also be responsible for destroying the environment. If he did not set up his business, he would not be able to earn money and contribute to the society. After rolling over the issues, he went to his mentor Guruji. Guruji realized that it was really a difficult puzzle. If one says the environment, there seems to be no development. And if people and the government sought development, the environment and hence future of this planet, human beings was at stake. After careful thought, he felt that dilemma could be resolved. He fixed up a meeting with Bhola to answer Bhola. Should Bhola still think of doing a business? Now, that's the question. Easy one. First 0, 0, 72, 12, and J, and rest 60% of the data. Okay. The correct answer is, of course, option number C. Most of you have got it right, 72%. Yes, Bhola should do business while ensuring no environmental damage is done. Okay, few of you had marked option number yes, but only if the government put strict environmental regulations in place. Okay. Option 4, the disadvantage of option number 4 is basically it needs Bhola to be reactive instead of proactive. Okay. Okay, it means basically you want to say that Bhola is thinking of doing a business. So he should wait for the government that, okay, and again, no idea that when the government is going to put a strict environmental. Maybe the government might take 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. So it means that Bhola should wait for those another couple of years. No. So it's better that he should go for option number 3. Is that clear to all of you? Any doubts to anyone? In any other options, please tell me. So can I move to the next question? So this one is a simple question. Question number 6. Bhola wanted to advise the government about the new tourist policy. Bhola had developed a few alternatives as well. Choose the best alternative. I need to choose the best alternative. Let me see answer. He said 0%, 0, 0, 12, 72% and 0%, and 60% of you have not replied. Yes, the correct answer is, of course, option number 4, 72%. Problem even in the last question also exactly 72% of you have got it right, and here also exactly 72% of you have got it. Okay, now let's discuss this here. Now, in the option number 3, the problem with the option number 3 is that here. 4th is suggest that the government should promote ecotourism with public-private partnership. So here, everyone is involved. Okay. Public is also involved, as well as the private sector is also involved, as well as the NGO is also involved. Whereas in the option number 3, suggests that government should try to promote ecotourism, which would be controlled and regulated by the government, as the government could think about the welfare of the majority of the stakeholders. Now, who are these stakeholders? That is again another big question. These are these stakeholders. So in option number 3, the problem is that probably the government, there is only the role of the government and no one else. So government will only think for their stakeholders. So they are the profiteers, they will think from that point of view. Whereas in option number 4, everyone is involved. Public is involved, as well as the private companies are also involved, as well as the NGOs are involved. So they can take a decision in a better way. Everyone is that clear? Any doubts to anyone in any other option? Can I move to the next question? Seven. Let me see the answer of question number 7. 0%, 64%, 16%, 0% and 4%. The correct answer for question number 7 is, of course, option number B. 64% of you have got it right. Most of you. It says, Bhola, when he was heading the government, he had listed down 5 concrete measures you take if we were to head the government. Choose the best alternative. Charge environmental cess from all business operating out of Himalayas. No, it doesn't make any sense. Now, basically, the difference between option 2 and 3, option number 3 says all profit-making organizations have to take responsibility of afforestation proportionate to their profitability. Okay, that is option number 3. Some of you had marked. Okay. Some of you had marked option number 5. Institute a green value reward, which would be given to business highly active in the afforestation efforts. Now, green value award, most of the business companies, okay, they will not work for probably for the reward. Okay. For them, the profitability is the main issue. They want maximum profit. So, do you think that that most of the business companies will think for that they will target for a reward instead, whether they should target for a reward or whether they will target for the profitability? Of course, for profitability, they will not consider these things. They will not give importance to these awards. So you can reject option number 5 on that basis. Now, when it comes to option number 3, now here option number 3, it is actually you are assuming that profit-making organizations, only the profit-making organizations are those organizations who are involved, who are creating or damage to the environment. So that's why it is that. It's not necessary that only the profit-making organization is creating, they are damaging the environment. Okay. Whereas the option B, option B is taking side of both the lines, polluters as well as contributors. So so on one hand, it is actually discouraging the polluters as well as it also encourages to the contributors. So it is taking care of both the things. That's why the correct answer is option number 2. Any doubts to anyone in any of the option choices instead? Please ask me. Can I move to the next question? And that's question number 8. So question number 8, the option number 1, that is 0% and then 20%, 20%, okay, 36% and 0%. And rest of the 24% of your not. Let me read. Visualizing he was heading the state government. Bhola thought of a likely problematic situation. 5 years have passed. In these 5 years, Bhola had initiated a lot of pro-environment steps, including making people aware of the fact that it was this pristine environment which brought in tourists in the first place. Now he faced a state election. The opposition accused him of stopping development and causing. What are the accusation of the stopping development and accused him of stopping development and causing unemployment under the guise of environmental protection. If Bhola were to consider the accusation as a short term pattern, which option would Guruji suggest to Bhola to score a quick win? I think the correct answer for this question is option number 3 or 4. Now remember, those who had marked option number 2 point out the improvement in environment. Okay. But what is the accusation? The accusation is that unemployment. So you should come up with the answer, where it can tackle the issue of the unemployment. So option number 2 to answer nahi ho sakta because option number 2 doesn't tackle the unemployment issues at all. So answer can't be 1, 2 or 5. So वैसे भी नहीं हो सकता. The answer should be either 3 or 4. 3 says compare the unemployment level since the implementation of the pro-environment policy, and if they are accused the opposition of making baseless charges. Option number 4, point out that this government had initiated a regular cleaning up drive and the opposition did not consider the data regarding the people who were employed in that drive. Okay, अब इन दोनों में से कौन सा बेटर ऑप्शन लग रहा है? प्लीज टेल मी. I think, in my opinion, the correct answer should be option number C. Because option number C, the issue is regarding the unemployment, and in the option number C, you can compare the unemployment level since the implementation of the pro-environment policy. So from here, probably, why not opposition keep making the baseless charge? Just look at the Modi when he was in the opposition. Probably 4 years back, he always keep opposing GST, Aadhaar card, and everything. And now what is happening? So opposition keep on doing the baseless charge. ठीक है ना रोहित? Okay. Option number 4 may, okay, just here. I think the answer should be probably option D होना चाहिए correct answer. ऑप्शन नंबर डी होना चाहिए, नॉट ऑप्शन नंबर सी. इट शुड बी आंसर शुड बी ऑप्शन नंबर 4. ठीक है ना? Because if they are less, then what to do? But however, in the option number 4, ठीक है, option again that is an assumption, Rajendra. You are only making an assumption in that. Point out that this government had initiated a regular cleaning up drive, and the opposition did not consider the data regarding the people who were employed in that particular drive. So that I think it should be the best option. Okay. Because in option number 3, the issue there might be an issue with this case that if they are less, then what to do? Okay. If they are more, then it is perfectly okay. Okay. But if they are less, अगर ये लाइन हटा देते, ठीक है, probably option number 3. If they are less accused the opposition of making the exercise, so in that case option number 3 might be the best. So in a short term battle, ठीक है, the answer should be option number 4. ठीक है. No, again, it is talking about unemployment. It is causing unemployment. Try to understand, Muskan. ठीक है? So there is an employment. You are saying that, but if you consider option number 4, it's not necessary that, okay, again, it's not necessary that every unemployment is employed for the drive, but it might be possible that the unemployment rate has been declining. हो सकता है वो कम हो, मे बी ओके प्रीवियस ईयर if the unemployment rate was approximately, let's say, 5% or 10% of the people are unemployment. It might be possible because of this time few people had got a job, and because of this the unemployment rate has gone down. Okay, is that clear to all of you? Any other doubts? Can we move to the next set? All right. Now again a single question. There is only one question, so please tell me what is the answer for question number 9. I'll start the poll after 2 minutes. Okay, I am opening the poll. We'll start marking that. इस मार्क के आंसर्स करते ही लास्ट 40 सेकंड. Last 10 seconds. Okay, let's start with the discussion. The result is in front of me. Some of you, 4% of you have clicked option number 1, 21%, 21%, 29%. It is some environmentalists tired of waiting for green economics to catch up with the society have adopted their own strategies for tipping the financial calculations in favor of the land. In the forest surrounding Vancouver, where trees are being felled up for the paper to print philosophy books. Okay? Well, maybe one or two, but it's worth it. Woods have been used metal spikes hidden in trees to prevent the chainsaw from operating safely, pushing up the price of harvesting the trees. In Phoenix, Arizona, where mountain nature reserves have been imposed out by new houses, wooded residents have burned down the new residents. So they have burned down. Wooded residents have burned down the new residents. The arsonist, according to the local paper, prayed before they burned down a house that no one will get hurt, thinking primarily of the firefighters. The new house are burned while still empty. We don't pray for ourselves not to get caught. That's God will punish, total and save. As per the activist, all above mentioned activities seems clearly very useful. But is it ethical? The question is it ethical? Now tell me one thing. Is it ethical to burn the property of anyone? Just tell me yes or no. कोई भी reason हो, it doesn't matter, whatever the reason is there, but is it ethically correct to burn the property of anyone? No. Okay. As per the law of the land, burning the property of anyone else is not allowed. The correct answer of this question, I do not know why, but the answer should be option number 2. Very few of you got it right. No, they have no justification for damaging other people. Whatever happens, you cannot damage the property. Start damaging. The correct answer should be option number 2. Some of you, lot of you had marked option number 4. No, as the activities are not carried out in a legal manner. So you want to say that most of you, that is 29%, if this activity is carried out in a legal manner, then it is perfectly right. Remember, no one, even if it is legally, the government, basically, there is no legal standing in that. They are not influenced by the new houses, but okay, so you mean the vigilante can do anything in that case? No, legal is not related with the ethics. The ethical, you need to think for the ethics. Ethics plays a major role. And what is the ethics? That is important. So it is not ethically right to burn the property of anyone else. Now, even if you are saying that legally, even if it is legally correct, so is it legally correct to burn the property? You need to focus on the ethics, yes or no, not what is legally right or legally wrong. Okay. Anyone, any doubts, please tell me. And again, option number 4, basically, it would imply that the burning of residents have been done in a legal manner, it would have been right. But think whether it would be right. For example, there are a lot of Jeeves and Rokas are there, na slums होते हैं, but still the government कई बार notifications आ जाता है for the government notification that need to vacate the houses or they will stop. Uh, they will start what we say. I'm not getting the right term for that. Probably जो भी houses होती है slums and उसके लिए they will start destroying those slums and everything. But is it ethically right? Yes, that's right. Rehabilitation is important. That's why it is not ethically correct. I hope that you all got my point. Can I move to the next set of the questions? So there are last three questions, question number 10, 11, 12. Okay. And the situation in this question is also going out in the last couple of days in the newspaper also. So let's do question number 10, 11, 12, the last three questions. Please start now. For these three questions, I'm going to give you approximately 8 minutes. So right now the time is 10, 10. So 10, 10 to 10, 18. So 10, 10 to 10. Please start. Alexa, I'm starting the poll. Please mark the answers quickly. Please mark the answers. Last 30 seconds. Okay, let's discuss this now. For question number 10, let me read this first. Ranjan Tugnak, the youngest cabinet minister. Ranjan Tugnak, the youngest cabinet minister of the newly elected coalition, glanced through the notes prepared by secretary regarding the recent controversies on the racket, the most popular game of the cricket. Basically, here the racket refers to which game? Can anyone guess? It has happened. It had happened. Yes, that's right. It is cricket, the most popular game of the country. While International Racket Association (IRC) has agreed to implement drug testing code promoted by World Athletic and Gamer Federation, Racket Club, which controls the entire racket-related activities, unlike any other sports and games of the country, had some reservation regarding the initiative. Majority of the citizens waited for international competitions eagerly and were fanatical about their country participation in them. As a result of the popularity of the game, 70% of the total revenue associated with the game originates from this particular country. Basically, we are talking about India. Hence, Racket Club has high bargaining power with the IRC and can give any decision that's not aligned with its interest. Three most popular and senior players at that point of time, basically you can say Sachin, Dravid and Rahul, including the captain, are against the application of DTC, citing the security reasons. A decision against the interest of these players may result in law and order problems throughout the A decision against the interest of these players may result in law and order problems throughout the country. Other players support the decision of their senior colleague, and if Racket Club refuses to agree, players may support Counter Racket Club, a new national level initiative. Counter Racket Club may threaten the monopoly of a racket club if it succeeds to attract some popular racket players. Ranjan's father had been forced to resign from politics due to alleged corruption charges. Ranjan had completed his entire education from abroad before returning to join politics. He is a great soccer player and has major reservation against racket. According to him, the racket has a negative influence on the country's youth and diverts their attention from productive work. He also considered drug testing as an essential feature for any sport and games across the world. As the new cabinet minister for youth and sport, he needs to take some important decisions on this controversial issues. If the objective of the Ranjan is to create a good image of himself as a politician and create a long-lasting positive impact, the best decision he should take. Let me share the data with all of you. 4%, 67%, 0, 0, and 0. Okay. Aligning with Counter Racket Club. Now, aligning with the Counter Racket Club, that is an popularized soccer ban racket league, force Racket Club to accept all modifications related to drug testing. Now, those who had marked, 1 of 4% of you, force Racket Club to accept all this. Now, forcing, but whether it will create a good image of himself as a politician by forcing something, or whether it will create a long-lasting positive impact. Maybe there will be a positive impact on long-lasting, but he is not creating a very good image as a politician, because it has been given in the passage. A decision against the interest of these players may result in law and order problems throughout the country. So do you think that he will create a good image of himself as a politician by forcing to accept all the modifications? Please tell me. Am I audible to all of you? So, क्या answer option number 1 होगा? Of course, the correct answer for this question is, of course, option number 2. Provide adequate security protection. So, if you are providing a security protection to the satisfaction of the players nominated by Racket Club before enforcing drug testing. So, you are also creating a very good image as a politician, because you are providing a security protection to the players, so the Janta might be happy with you. Okay? As well as before enforcing drug testing. So for a long-lasting positive impact, the drug testing is important. So you are creating a long-lasting positive impact. So the correct answer is, of course, option number 2. Most of you are right. Any doubts to anyone in any other option? Please tell me. Easy side. Can I move to the next question? Question number 11. Identify the best rationale that may force Ranjan as a politician to take a decision in favor of IRC. Okay. Now, here 0%, then 46. Okay. I can say 0%, then 46%, and then 8%, 8%, and 8%. Okay. And then 29% of your. Identify the best reason that may force Ranjan as a politician to take a decision. I need to take a decision in favor of IRC. And what does IRC wanted? IRC wanted to implement the drug testing here. So I think the best option in this case is, of course, option number 2. Most of you have got it right. Next World Cup is scheduled to be held in a country which has adopted GTC as the guidance. ठीक है, it's not necessary, ठीक है, that it has been held here in the India. It might be held in the next World Cup is held in the maybe some other country, maybe Australia and England, where the drug testing is a very compulsory. So in that case, ठीक है, people have no choices. The cricketers have no choices. They need to go for in favor of the IRC. Okay, they need to go for the drug testing. So that would be favorable for the IRC. So the best option is nothing, but that is option number 2. Some of you had marked option number 3. Okay. Ranjan is interested in reducing the popularity of the cricket in the market. So how is it favorable to IRC? Those were marked. He is interested in reducing the popularity of the racket in the country, but is it in favor of IRC? As a cabinet minister, Ranjan has the power to take this decision. Top 3 international are keen to implement DTC. नहीं ना? ये तीनों तो नहीं हो सकते हैं. Now, when you are saying top 3 international teams are keen to implement DTC, but remember that 70% of the revenue come from here. So most of the decision is taken on the basis of this particular country. So option number 5 भी नहीं हो सकता. The best option is of course option number 2. Any doubts to anyone in any of the options? You want me to discuss again? Can we move to the next question and the last question for today? Okay. Question number 12. According to DTC, each athlete or sport person need to submit. Each athlete or sports person need to submit a schedule for 3 months in advance that specifies an hour each day when they can be randomly tested for drugs. DTC also assured the confidentiality of the submitted schedule by limiting the access of player supplied information to 2 senior officers. These officers will have the internet-based access only to the schedule of those sports persons who are randomly selected for the testing, not for everyone. Third, introducing similar security features for the DTC database as in case of financial institutions. Top 3 players realized that no reasons other than the security. Now that is important. No reasons other than the security can help them to get a favorable decision from Raja. Okay. Hence, during discussion, they should focus on all options except. So only the security. So the major concern is security. Only if there is a discussion related with the security, they can get a favorable decision from the Raja. Ranjan. Let me see what all answers you all have marked. Some of you have marked option number 112%. 0, 21, 21 and 12, and 33% of your not marked. First option. Any clue related to their private schedule may also result in huge public gathering. So if there is a huge public gathering, okay, so if there is a huge public gathering, so do you need a security or not? अगर बहुत ज़्यादा yes, security is concerned. So whether they should discuss these issues with Ranjan or not, please tell me. There is a security issue here. So yes, so can this be answered? No. The answer can't be option number 1. Okay. Now, let's move to option number 2. Popular racket players are included in the hit list of terrorist organizations. So of course, if the popular racket players are included in the hit list of terrorist organizations, so it needs a security. So they should discuss these issues also. Okay. Third option. Recent report by World Bank ranked their country among the top 5 nations with the maximum amount of internet. So maximum amount of internet-based data is still in. So that also involves the security. So answer can't be option number 3. Okay. Option number 4. It is difficult to provide adequate security coverage in large stadium where racket is played. And 5th, DTC is not willing to share the detail of the 2 senior officers involved in drug testing with the security agency of the country for background study. So, can the answer be option number 5? Yes. No. Answer can't be even option number 5 also. ठीक है. The reason being here is option number 5 will also call for some security measures to be taken. Now remember, in the option number 4, in the large public gatherings such as the stadium, ठीक है, the security is already provided, so that way it will not create a favorable decision from the runner, because if there is a large stadium, so security तो already वहाँ पे होगी ना. So the correct answer for this question is option number 4. Except option number 4, rest all the options should be discussed with the Ranjan, as it will create a favorable response from him in favor of the. Is that clear to all of you now? Okay. In the option number 5, also remember, it might be security because they cannot give access to their private schedule without taking the credential of those 2 officers and others. Because if the DTC is not willing to share the detail of the 2 senior officers, and if I do not know who are the senior officers who is going to test me on any particular day, so that's a matter of security. So that's why the correct answer should be option number 4. Now, any doubts to anyone, please. Pakka. So can we end the session now? So tomorrow's session also going to be small, maybe of 90 minutes to 120 minutes, but from the day after tomorrow, each of the decision lecture is going to be of 3 hours. Okay? I'll increase the questions. From the day after tomorrow, you'll be getting 25 questions, which you will be solving every day. कल तक थोड़ा और relax कर लो, इतना करना है. After that, every day the session will be for 3 hours. Okay, guys. So good night to all of you, and we'll be meeting tomorrow. I'll upload yesterday's session and today's session by tomorrow.
Music